I certainly hope that Nigeria doesn't have to go to war. It's a nice way to greet the church, huh? I certainly hope we don't have to. But I'm ready for it.
Okay, guys, so almost all the pastors are out talking now. I hope you guys are, excited and okay. So, Pastor Paul Adefarasin has come out to say what he feels, concerning the matter. Everybody has their opinion, and from everybody's point of view, they are correct because you see, the matter of this Nigeria issue is devastating. Sometimes if you are just tired and you don't even want to talk, but because you have to, especially as their leaders now, they have to say something. So Pastor Paul Adefarasin has come out to say something to his church members today, and of course he knows that aside from his church members, other people too are going to hear it, just the same way I'm bringing the information to you people now. So me, in this issue, I don't want to be saying that somebody said. I just want to be giving people what they said exactly, so you'll be hearing it from their mouth. All right, so I'm going to put it for you people. This is what people are going to be hearing next.
I certainly hope that Nigeria doesn't have to go to war. It's a nice way to greet the church, huh? I certainly hope we don't have to. But I'm ready for it. Can't discuss those things because there's still dialogue going on, and it's two civilizations globally fighting. Nigeria is just one of the fronts. That's important to understand. And I hope that the dialogue works to expunge terrorism from Nigeria perpetually. And it's going to take a lot of brain, battle brawn, and some brilliance in negotiation. But I really don't believe that you negotiate with terrorists. I think that you have to strategically be quiet whilst you prosecute your strategy. And everybody needs to be thinking. In World War, whose battle theater was the United States, and it was the biggest single onslaught in the Western Hemisphere, 9/11. America was not going to have the theater of war stay in the United States or in the North Americas. So the battle of terror moved to Europe, smaller skirmishes, France, the European continent itself, and they said, we don't want the terror on our shores either. Where do you think the terror went to? Africa. And that really pulverized Libya. And then Africa became, from the Maghreb, Sahel, including northern Nigeria, it became awash with weapons beyond AK-47s and M4s, rocket launchers, grenades. I hear they're equipping with drones. Now, we are Western civilization. That is Occidental civilization. The terrorists come from Oriental civilization. The two have never really had an opportunity to match or mix. When people believe that they will get 72 virgins for killing you and me, that's a serious ideology. That's very serious ideology. And it's written in the book that they believe in the most. Other Muslims who are mild or moderate, they don't subscribe to that. They don't believe in killing others in order to advance their religion. However, some seeming moderates under the cover of taqiyya, and taqiyya is an important word for you to understand, they occupy significant positions in various authority positions in culture, in the markets, and in the public sector. That's why it's so enlivened, but it is much bigger than Nigeria and Nigerian leadership. It's financed and funded globally by people who the West is friends with. So there needs to be a proper education. Write this down. In the future, there will be a war if the intelligentsia of Nigeria, meaning sophisticated strategic minds across the spectrum of nationalities or ethnicities in Nigeria, don't get together to plan, to understand, to plan, and to deal with this thing once and for all time. That's absolutely necessary. And you want to start attuning your mind to that. Some years ago, I gave you a plan A, what a leader at the federal, subnational, or sub-regional, the state, and the ward should look like. There were 10 points. And I said, if that fails to happen, you will need your plan B. Families call me from Canada, from around the world to say thank you. I couldn't afford to give my children an education in today's Nigeria. Nigeria wasn't working for our pay packet, and they're glad for that. And I said, will you come home if we fix it? By the way, I'm still here. Will you come home if we fix it? Of course, we want to come home. As soon as the children are grown, it's time to come home. And don't let them stay there too long. Remind them that their El Dorado is here. There are many non-indigenous Nigerians prosecuting war against us. It's a hydra head. We understand that. It's blazing trails to create pathways for more non-indigenous to come. Those are all guns for hire, and so they're entrepreneurial. They will do kidnapping, ransom money, and all the rest of that. They do all that. Then they also become thugs, platoons and the likes, companies, sometimes even up to the level of brigades, for those who are extracting precious metal, gemstones, and the likes from the earth. Cattle have been the transportation for gold in Nigeria for over 25 years. Quietly, certain families from that region have been doing that. It has now become quite a popular business, and normally governors in that region grab a hold of it because they have authority. We have a battle to fight. And then there is a prosecution of a battle to exterminate indigenous people from their ancestral land in the Middle Belt and beyond the Middle Belt in parts of northeast Nigeria. And that's important for everybody to know. And they have a plan according to Kloruko Lisawa. Ganiu, what's his title? Ganiu, who's the field marshal of Yoruba armies. Ganiu Adams. He intimated yesterday there are 5 Yoruba states that they're planning to come to next. I don't mean to alarm you. It means your weapons not being natural, you have to engage them. You have to be wise, and you have to agitate with your leaders everywhere you find them. That includes me, so that we take our responsibility. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I incidentally went to a secondary school called the Imperial Service College, the Haileybury and Imperial Service College, where they taught you how to plan for empire, expand it, consolidate it. We pray that we will find allies quickly, and that there'll be no false allies in our negotiating teams. So a lot of fifth columnists. I wish I could tell you the most important one in government, but I'll reserve that. I too want to live long. We greet you in Jesus' joy.